Let's be real for a second. Owning a pool can be really awesome, but cleaning it, not so much. There's nothing like planning out a whole day to sit by the pool and to relax, only to find that your pool is completely dirty, and now you're gonna have to spend a lot of time manually cleaning it just to enjoy it. Now fortunately, there's a cool fix to that, and it's called a robotic pool cleaner. Now this one that we have right here is the Aiper Scuba X1 Pro Max, and this device is truly a next level robotic pool cleaner, and it's certainly gonna be the smartest and hardest working thing in your backyard. Now whether you're a new pool cleaner or someone who's been battling debris for years now, the idea of just dropping a robot in your pool and then you being able to sit back, relax while it does all the work is certainly very appealing. Now what's cool is that the Aiper Scuba X1 Pro Max really makes that dream a reality. It's not just another gadget, it's literally a poolside hero that can quickly and efficiently clean all the mess so you're just able to enjoy your pool. You deserve to swim in a sparkling oasis and not in a pool that's full of leaves and dirt. Now one of my favorite things about the Aiper Scuba X1 Pro Max definitely is to be the look of the device. This looks really cool. I love all the color accents, I love how streamlined everything looks. This literally looks like a sports car or maybe even a rocket ship. It really looks cool. We have these really durable tracks. It almost makes this look like a tank. We have Aiper branding right here. Definitely very high quality, that's for sure. On the bottom of the device, you can see the wireless charging right here, but you can also clearly see how it's able to scrub the bottom of your pool. We have the power button, we also have buttons for the various modes here. Then opening this up right here, we do have access to the filter. So here's the filter. You can very easily pull this out of the device, then from there empty it, and then put it back in. It's literally that simple. Now I've had several months now to test out the Aiper Scuba X1 Pro Max, and I certainly have a lot to tell you about it here in this video. Now if you're not familiar with Aiper, this company has been around for quite a while, and they certainly are one of the top tier brands in the robotic pool cleaner industry. Prior to this device, they've had many other robotic pool cleaners, and certainly with this one, they've built upon everything they've learned from what they've done previously. Now they certainly have a lot of cool products, but the Aiper Scuba X1 Pro Max is their top dog of their lineup. It's the best of the best that they have to offer, and it's been designed to handle pretty much anything that your pool throws at it. If your pool has curves, slopes, odd shapes, or just a ton of debris from nearby trees, this robot has you covered. Now let's first talk about why this thing is such a beast when it comes to pool cleaning. Now the Scuba X1 Pro Max is fully wireless and it's packed full of power. It uses a 9-motor system that generates an incredible 8,500 gallons of water per hour via the suction. And that means that whether it's leaves, sand, or just tiny bits of random debris, this will have no problem picking it up. And it's not just brute force that makes this possible. This device features Aiper's patented micro mesh ultrafine filter that makes sure that even the smallest particles don't escape. And with that, your pool doesn't just look clean, it's literally clean down to a microscopic level. Now what's especially cool is how smart this robot is. Now thanks to the FlexiPath 2.0 adaptive path planning, the X1 Pro Max maps out your pool's layout and figures out the most efficient way to clean it. You don't have to teach it everything about your pool, it just figures it out on its own. You don't have to just watch it aimlessly wander around, being stuck in a corner, for example. No, it's gonna cover 100% of your pool, and it's gonna cover it very precisely. It's also gonna get the floors, walls, water line, and even the tricky slopes and platforms. It's like having a full-time pool guy in your pool at all times, except this is completely automated. Now the robot's awareness system comes from a tech system called Omni Plus 2.0, which actually features 40 sensors on the device itself, and there is a quad-core processor inside. So yes, your pool cleaner now has a better processor than some laptops that are out there. Now with all of that technology, these sensors constantly scan the environment, making real-time decisions on how to navigate and clean, and this device basically comes up with its own strategy to keep your pool tidy. Now since this is completely wireless, battery life is super important, and that's certainly an area where the Scuba X1 Pro Max really shines. It can run for up to 10 hours on a single charge, and if you've got a larger pool or just want to run a deep clean without recharging it, that is no problem. Also, your typical pool cleaning cycle is just going to be several hours, so technically you can get a lot of cleanings out of just one charge here. It uses a variable frequency system, which adjusts based on how much power it uses, based on the job that's required. So it's certainly a very efficient device. That means there will be less charging, less energy waste, and a more clean pool. Now let's talk about convenience. Now one of the biggest headaches with older robotic pool cleaners is dealing with wires. You have to connect it, you have to make sure that the connection itself is waterproof, and then you have cords that are tangled and all of that. Now thankfully that's not a problem here with the X1 Pro Max. In fact, this device does not have any ports on it. Instead, it uses wireless charging. So you simply place it on the wireless charger that's included, and then you're good to go. Now that wireless charger also pairs up with the Aiper Caddy, which I have back there, but I really love that Aiper gives you everything that's included in the box, and I really think wireless charging really makes this stand out especially. I think now's the time to talk about the Aiper Caddy. So this is the Aiper Caddy. Now it does come with a cover, which is great, and the Aiper Caddy is super helpful for multiple reasons. Now first, it's great for transportation. Simply put the device on the Caddy, and then from there, you can very easily move it around. You can of course lift this and move it that way, but it is pretty heavy. But another benefit of the Aiper Caddy is that it essentially acts as a docking station for your device. So your Aiper Scuba X1 Pro Max will come with a wireless charger, and that wireless charger conveniently fits on the Aiper Caddy itself. Now of course you can still use this wireless charger without the Aiper Caddy, but it's really cool how seamless they make this whole setup. And then when it's time to charge your Aiper Scuba X1 Pro Max, simply drop it on the wireless charger, and then just like that, it's now charging. Now with the device on the Caddy, it's now super easy to then wheel this wherever you want. Now as I mentioned, this device is very packed full of tech, and that theme definitely extends over to the app. Now with the app, you can do a variety of things to control the device, but also you can deploy over-the-air updates to make this device even better as time has gone on. And actually, since getting it even, I have received several updates that have fixed small bugs and have made this device even better than it was when I first received it. So that's a cool thing about Aiper. They don't just send you something and you're stuck with it, and if there's any problems, that's your problem. No, they deploy software updates, they make sure everything is updated, and if there are potentially other issues or maybe even features they potentially want to add in the future, they can always update it remotely as well. It really is a very seamless experience. I literally got a notification on my phone that an update was available, and then from there, I was able to deploy that update here on the device, and then I was able to get back to cleaning the pool. Now, I'm certainly a big fan of the Aiper app. I like how modern it is, and it's also very user-friendly. Now you can go to the plus button up here to add your various devices. You can see I have added the Scuba X1 Pro Max. It'll give you the status if it's online or not, and it'll also give you the battery percentage. Now then swiping over, I also added the Hydrocom Pro, and you can see it is indeed online, and it's giving me the current battery level as well. Now we have a little bit more information here. You can see the Scuba X1 Pro Max is a linked device, and then over on water quality, it will give you the water quality of the pool as it currently is. So this is super helpful. I remember the days of having to constantly go to the pool store just to get a sample test done of the water. So being able to get this information here in real time, thanks to the Hydrocom Pro, is certainly very helpful, and it certainly gives you a lot more confidence when using your pool. Then from this area here, we can go to enter, and then we can access more information about the Scuba X1 Pro Max. Now right now it's not in the water, it's sitting here on the ledge. I'm gonna put it back in the water in a second, but you can see the various options that are available. So we have hero mode, floor mode, underwater, wall, waterline, and then skimming, and then also multi-zone. Now since we do have the Hydrocom Pro connected, you can see it also appears right here. So it is indeed connected. And then from this step, all you have to pick is what mode you want to do. So right now I'm going to pick skimming, and then based on the mode that you're in, you have some other options here as well. And you can see it is fully underwater right now. Now since it is set to skimming, it will eventually go back up to the surface, which it looks like it's doing literally right now. But you can also see that since this is connected to the Hydrocom Pro, we have that connection right there. That's why that icon is illuminated, but then the Wi-Fi icon there is not illuminated. So literally because of the water here, you can't connect to the device via Wi-Fi. That is the purpose of the Hydrocom Pro. So I'm still able to actually make changes here and make adjustments to what mode the device is in without having to actually pull it out of the water with this hook. Now I'm not going to do it right now because the device is currently cleaning the pool, but if you do want it to go up to the surface, simply tap on this button and then it will do that. So thanks to having the Hydrocom Pro, you literally never have to actually pull the device out of the water with the included hook. Of course, that is always an option, but it is cool that we have additional options here thanks to the Hydrocom Pro. Now, as I mentioned, there are other accessories here. Of course, there is the Scuba X1 Pro Max. We also have the Aiper Caddy back there, and then we also have this, the Aiper Hydrocom Pro. So this is the Aiper Hydrocom Pro. Now this is an optional accessory, but I think it's a great addition to your Aiper ecosystem. Now this device floats in the water and pretty much acts as a bridge between your Scuba X1 Pro Max and then your home's network. So without the Hydrocom Pro, you of course can pair up the app directly with the Scuba X1 Pro Max, but when this device is submerged fully underwater, unfortunately that water does get in the way of the connection. So basically this acts as a bridge between the Scuba X1 Pro Max and then your home network, so you're actually able to fully fully control the X1 Pro Max even if it's fully submerged. Now you're always able to pull this out of the water with the included hook. This device can also keep track of the actual water quality of your pool, so you're fully informed on the status of that at all times. Now it is powered by the sun, hence the solar panels on the top, and then you can see right here there are 2 buttons. Obviously that's the power button, but then if you tap on this button, it'll immediately tell your Scuba X1 Pro Max to come to the surface. Aiper also includes this lanyard for the Hydrocom Pro, so you can then attach this to a pool railing, for example, so that the device is not just floating all around your pool. So who is this robot really for? Now honestly, just about anybody who owns a pool, and really a pool of any size. It doesn't matter if the pool's 500 square feet or even 3,000 square feet, this is built to handle any type of pool. So whether you're the type of person who likes to use your pool every day or just on the weekends, this device is still just as convenient and helpful because you just don't have to worry about keeping your pool clean all the time. It'll give you a lot of peace of mind, and it's really going to make the experience of being a pool owner a lot better. Now, one of the things that I most appreciate about this is how clearly Aiper understands its users. They've built something that not only works well, but actually makes your life easier. They've made it very simple. They've gotten rid of as many cords as possible. They've packed it full of power and smarts and the latest tech. And again, it really takes the headache out of being a pool owner. So when a product does its job and you forget it's even working, that's when you know it truly is something special. But I hope you've enjoyed my video about the Aiper Scuba X1 Pro Max, the Aiper Caddy, and then finally the Aiper Hydrocom Pro. These devices are really awesome and certainly will take your pool owning experience to the next level, and most importantly, will make your life a lot easier. Now to see the most up-to-date pricing and availability, certainly take a look at the various links in the video description. But with all that said, it's getting a little hot out here, and I think it's time for me to go for a swim. In my clean pool, of course.